What's up, everyone? So welcome to whatever day it is for SSSVEDA. Yesterday's video was a little bit of a longer one. If you didn't see it, check it out over there. So I'm going to keep today's video a little bit short, sweet, and concise. Yeah, right. So today's video, I just wanted to give you a top tip that I have for when you're dealing with a little bit of anxiety. And I was mentioning in yesterday's video that you should really try and delve into the negative or anxious feelings that you have rather than just kind of ignore them or distract yourself or eat your feelings, as I have been guilty of doing all of those. However, there are some times where you just have to get through that moment and just by hook or by crook get through that bit so that you can deal with it and then get to your feelings later and work through it. Now, obviously, you don't want to do this all the time, but it is something that you can end up doing when you have to get through a specific moment. So my top tip for today is to use audiobooks to try and get yourself through any sort of anxious moments that you have and you need to get yourself through to the other side. Now, why audiobooks? Well, you could listen to music, but the thing for music with me is that it kind of allows my mind to drift and wander and stuff like that, which doesn't really help when I'm feeling in an anxious state because it's just going to go straight back to the anxious thing that I'm thinking about or don't want to think about. Movies, for the same reason. The TV can be there and my mind can wander sometimes. It's just a little bit more difficult for me because this is going to sound stupid, but you're looking at it with your eyes. And so if you turn away, your mind can wander onto other things. Not to mention the fact that movies tend to have amounts of drama in them. And the drama, when you're all, worked up, doesn't really necessarily help you. So the reason why audiobooks work so well for me is that I'm automatically put into another mental space. Now, specifically, what works well for me is nonfiction audiobooks. Now, I'm not talking about, historical fiction or, biographies or stuff like that. Although if that works for you, by all means, go for it. For me, what works is something where I can learn. So unfortunately, that comes classified as self-help. But the reason it works so well for me is that I'm able to start critically thinking about what I'm being told. So if the narrator is telling me about a certain theory or a certain point, I can kind of start pondering it and I'm critically evaluating whether or not I agree or disagree or just in general what my thoughts are on it. And that takes me away from whatever it is that I'm feeling. It doesn't mean that it doesn't pop back every now and then, but when you've got someone talking in your ear like that, it's difficult to just kind of ignore. And so audiobooks work incredibly well for me. Now, for the same reason that I mentioned with movies, that's also why I don't use fiction, because fiction tends to have a whole bunch of drama or emotions. And so as a result, when I'm already feeling heightened emotionally, I don't want to put more of that into my day. So you're probably thinking, where am I going to get all of these audiobooks from? I'm not made of money. Sort your life out, Mark. So I work at a library. Hey, libraries, you forgot about those, right? Yeah. So go to your local library. You've only got to do it once. Go to your local library, get yourself a library card. Ask them if they do e-media or e-audiobooks or e-books or even magazines that you can download. A lot of libraries these days, especially if you live in a larger city, and even if you don't, they may be linked to a larger city's database. You can go and ask them to see if they have audio ebooks. Now, if they have audio ebooks, you can download them onto your phone. You can use it, and you can get them to show you how to do it right there in the branch. But once you've done it, you don't have to set foot in it ever again. You can look at all of the different catalogs that they have and download until your heart's content. And guess what? They're free and they return themselves, usually after about 21 days, depending on what your local branch likes to do. I'm not going to recommend audible.com. If you've got loads of money, good on you. Use it. Go to audible.com and buy all that shit. If you're like me, I don't have $25 to drop on an audiobook every month. Go to your local library. Use them. Your taxes are already paying for it, so give it a try. So there it is. That's my top tip for the day. I told you I wasn't going to keep it short and sweet, but I'm doing my best. So go to your local library, get an audio ebook, do whatever takes your fancy. Don't take my word for it and do nonfiction just because I do. That works for me. Try something for yourself. And if it works for you or you already use audio ebooks, let me know down in the comments below and tell me how well it's working for you. I keep on forgetting to do this, so I'm going to do this now. Like and subscribe to my channel, because it'd be nice.